Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing a book review today. The book I'm going to be reviewing is going to be Fistful of Gold by Chris Ralph. It is a handbook that you could use for prospecting if you're interested in it. The reason why I wanted to look at the book personally is because I was interested in prospecting. I might pick it up as a hobby. I came to a realization that I do need a hobby. Um, I'm here in California at the moment taking care of my mom, but I actually reside in Fallon, Nevada. So living in Fallon is kind of like, oh, I need something to do. Um, so I'm thinking about picking up prospecting as a new hobby, and I got Chris Ralph's book and I reviewed it, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. So before I get into the book, I kind of want to talk about Chris. Who is this guy, Chris Ralph? He has a YouTube channel called Chris Ralph Professional Prospector, and he runs that YouTube channel, but he also runs a prospecting forum and he actually a prospecting magazine. Let me look that up. It says in the back of the book. So yeah, prospecting and mining journal. Helps with that. So who is Chris Ralph and why should we listen to him? I didn't stalk this guy. He tells you all the information about himself. He went to, I think, Long Beach University, studied, went to for a major in geology for 2 years. Um, moved to Reno, switched his major to. He switched his major to. So Chris Ralph, he went to Long Beach, and he majored in geology, but then he moved to Reno in 1979, and he went to the Mackey School of Mines, where he switched his major to mining engineering. Majored in mining engineering, went to go work for mining companies as a geological surveyor, mining engineer. Um, Ended up apparently mining companies they weren't really great on their budgeting, and they weren't able to pay off their debt, so therefore they closed. They went to another one, worked for them for a bit. They weren't able to pay off their debts. They ended up filing bankruptcy, and he followed that pattern for a little bit until I guess he met his wife. Um, Ended up working for a Washoe County job, um, and I guess he's been there for 20 years. That's I guess where he ended up. Uh, but that doesn't mean anything really, because he's been prospecting for 30 years and over. It's his hobby. He actually has a degree in the subject. He's a very educated individual, and you can see that while you're kind of looking through the book. There's a lot of things he talks about, anywhere from claiming law, if you want to file a mining claim. He talks about geology, where's the best place to find gold, things that equipment you can use to prospect, um, a whole bunch of other stuff. This is a wealth full of knowledge in this book. I recommend, if you're interested in prospecting, you should get this book right here. It'll definitely help you. When the whole COVID thing eases up, I'm definitely going to get into it. I might want to start joining a mining club and all that. This book, hands down, you should definitely buy it if you're interested in this type of thing. It's very well done. There's a whole bunch of knowledge in this book. I'm actually going to put up a picture of the table of contents so that you could get a bigger picture. Actually, I'm gonna put up a picture of it, but I'm also going to show you on the video. Right? So if you're interested in buying this book, I got it off Amazon. I'm sure there's other places you could get it. I don't know where those would be, but I got mine off of Amazon. You can get yours off too. If I were to equate this book to a food, I would say this book I would compare it to beef stew. because it's very hearty. There's a lot of information in it, and there's a little bit of everything. There's some potatoes, there's some carrots, there's some cabbage, there's beef. It's very hearty. It's very fulfilling. And it's very substantial. This is a very substantial book right here. There's a lot of knowledge about the subject, panning, sluicing, dredging. My favorite topic in here was about dredging because I have a diving master's, so I might be interested in doing dredging. But the other question is, Nevada, where are you going to find rivers? You kind of need water to dredge. Um, and water that's also probably owned by the Bureau of Land Management is preferable. Where can I find that? Um, Although a lot of land in Nevada is controlled by the Bureau of Land Management, so I'm sure it can't be that hard. But well, anyway, I think the hardest part of the book. So basically, the book is really easy to read. He wrote it in simple language. That's what I really like about this book. Um, so he has a wealth of knowledge, and instead of just cramming all this scientific terminology in the book, he lays it out in simple man's terms, so that we could all kind of understand what he's saying. And that's what I really, really like. I don't know if you've ever picked up a National Geographic, and they just start splattering the scientific terminology. It's like, well, how am I supposed to know this? Chris doesn't do that. He wants everybody to understand and pick up what he's putting down, basically. And I think it's really great. When he gets into mining law, it's kind of like it made my head hurt because there's a lot, and you didn't use all this fluffy language to kind of explain that. But that's okay, because how else are you gonna explain mining law? I'm sure it could have been a lot worse. But reading over that kind of made my head hurt. If you're interested in metal detecting, there's whew, there's so much stuff he mentions about metal detecting. He has a whole section, and he kind of breaks it down by electromagnetic pulsing and all the other types of metal detectors and all that. If you're interested in that, read the book. It's great. Also, if you're interested in geology, I recommend you read the book as well, just because it might be a fun read for you. It might be a really nice coffee table book or something like that you might want to have. I hope you liked this book review on Fistful of Gold. It was a great read for me. I know I will check out more of Chris's stuff. Probably join a prospecting club here in the future. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. If you've read the book, please comment. I want to hear what your opinions out of it. Subscribe, most definitely. I'm going to be doing more book reviews in the future. The next one I'm going to do is the Molecule of More. Talks about dopamine, so stay tuned for that one. And have a nice day, and ciao.